Welcome to Boston College. My name is Peter Quietek, and I'm an assistant dean in the Office of the Dean of Students. And today I'm going to talk to you briefly about our student code of conduct and community expectations for this semester. So just generally, please note that our office is here to help support you and get you through your time at Boston College successfully. There are going to be times when you maybe make a mistake, trip up, or just need support. And that's where our office steps in. We're here to help you along your journey. And our goal is to be educational, hold you accountable, and help you grow as an individual. We have 4 distinct areas of our office that I want to highlight. That is student conduct and community standards, disability services, off-campus student life, and student outreach and support services. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to be highlighting only our conduct and community standards. So it's really important to note that we have a student code of conduct, which can be found at bc.edu/studentcode. This document outlines the procedures for adjudicating alleged violations of the student code of conduct and also defines what would be considered a conduct policy violation. And additionally, for those students living in our residence halls, there are conditions for residency. These are particular policies around things like noise or candles and other things related specifically to living on campus. We do consider it a privilege to live on, and you must follow these expectations for the safety of the whole community around you. I do want to highlight some 4 common conduct policy violations that we see. This is just a sampling. Please do check out the Student Code of Conduct for the full descriptions of these policies, as well as all other policies that are listed. But just to highlight, the alcohol policy. Similar to the law of the land, you must be 21 or older to possess, consume, or purchase alcohol. But at BC, we wanted to highlight that regardless of your age, enabling underage consumption of alcohol is a policy violation, i.e. hosting a party where people not 21 have access or the ability to consume alcohol, or purchasing alcohol for people that are not 21. Drinking games or drinking from central sources of alcohol, anything that's going to speed up your consumption of alcohol or cause you to be consuming alcohol from a central source where you don't know what exactly it contains in terms of the alcohol content. Jungle juice, something of that variety, is a policy violation, because frankly, we see a connection between drinking games and drinking from central sources and alcohol-related medical transport, which is also, again, regardless of age, considered a policy violation. Our drug policy is similar. Students may not possess or use any drug. We do see marijuana as the most common. Additionally, being in the presence of drugs is a policy violation. Covering smoke detectors or fire equipment, things that can cause serious damage to property and harm people in the community, as well as sales and distribution of drugs. Those are things that would be reviewed for university suspension because of the damage they can do to other people in the community. When people consume alcohol or drugs, they often also engage in such a way that could be considered disorderly conduct, which is rude or abusive language or behavior, creating safety issues for others, disrupting the normal operation of the university, things of that nature. And then finally, failure to comply. Oftentimes, students, when someone knocks on the door, they may get scared, nervous, whatever the case may be, not want to answer it, or try to remove themselves from a situation without giving out their BC ID or responding to an official when requested. These are requirements of you as a BC student, whether it's the police, a resident assistant, any staff member, any external hired security at a football game, for example, you're required to comply with their requests. So if they ask you for your ID, present it. If an RA knocks on your door, open the door. Not complying with those requests is a conduct violation within itself. I do want to highlight that we have a help-seeking policy. So if you're ever concerned that you or a friend has consumed too much alcohol or consumed a drug and needs medical assistance, please don't hesitate and just call Boston College Police, 911, find an RA, seek help in some way. And if you do, we treat that through our help-seeking policy where it is not a conduct violation. We will still meet with you. We will still help you get alcohol or drug education, discuss the incident, what led to it, talk about other paths you could have taken, but not find you responsible for any conduct violation for the use of alcohol or drugs. And we don't want that to be a barrier to prevent somebody from getting help that they need in those moments. Next, I wanted to highlight a few conduct violations that are reviewed for university suspension or dismissal. That's anything related to physical violence, sexual misconduct, Title IX, drug sales or distribution, bias-related conduct, fire-related conduct, or multiple substance abuse transports. So these are all policies that can hurt the community, hurt other people around you, or frankly, put yourself in harm's way. And so anything that is going to be detrimental to the community or to yourself in a significant way absolutely will get reviewed for university suspension or dismissal. And we wanted to highlight what some of those violations were. Our sanctioning model is robust. Of course, we have status sanctions. That's probationary statuses, administrative warnings, things of that nature, which I'll highlight in a moment. But we also want our process to be educational or formative. And so you may also be required to participate in some sort of a workshop or educational component, meet with a staff member, or do something to help you learn and grow from the experience. And finally, just to highlight, as I mentioned, the status sanctions, this pyramid is a good representation of what it looks like. Most students get, during their time at BC, a conversational resolution or an administrative warning. As the behavior itself gets more serious or the number of violations adds up, you'll start moving into probationary periods, and that is disciplinary probation and university probation. Please note, anything university probation or higher is considered reportable conduct. So if you're applying eventually to law school, medical school, or for a job and they're doing a background check, we will report university probation or higher. Things like university suspension or dismissal are indicated on an academic transcript, and those stay there indefinitely. There's no opportunity to remove that from the academic transcript or from your disciplinary clearance, whereas everything else is only kept for 7 years from the date of the incident. So that was just a brief summary of our expectations for this semester. Please do spend some time, read the code, talk to your resident assistant, meet with your resident director, get a sense of what our expectations are and how they're managed. And if you do have any questions, please reach out to us. You can email us at deanofstudents@bc.edu. We're also on the 4th floor of Maloney Hall, so please do stop by anytime. Thank you and have a great semester.